Hi students. We've been talking about robotic arms and how they've been helping in the medical field. And today we're going to begin assembling our own robotic arm using this robotic arm kit. And this is what it will look like once it's fully assembled. But because there are lots of tiny parts and the process takes a while, we're going to take it in several short steps. Okay, first thing we're going to do is we're going to organize some of our parts. So in your kit you will find several bags of screws and gears, and that's what I've assembled first. And what I did was organized all my parts and labeled them. Here we have two motors. These two have orange and black wires. We have two with blue and black wires, and we have one with yellow and black wire. And this is what we're going to assemble first, these gears with the motors. You have these two plastic pieces that we're going to disassemble the 4 pieces off of each one. And then I have assembled the gears, and I've labeled each of them. Some shafts, some screws and nuts, and then I have some more screws and nuts that I have also labeled so they're easy to find and I can follow them right along with my instructions. But I've put most of the things that I'm going to need for this first assembly right here together. Okay. Some other things that you're going to need is a ruler, and I did use this to help verify the measurement of my screws. And I have a screwdriver, some needle nose pliers, and some scissors. We're going to use the scissors to cut these pieces apart. Now your very tiny pieces you're going to cut not real close to the edge and just file the little stubby end off so that it doesn't break. Okay? And these are the parts you'll need to get started. The first part of our assembly, we're going to begin with the robotic edge, and we're going to start with one of these pieces, and there's 4 on here, and we're going to have to cut these apart. I have scissors, and this is not the easiest thing to cut with. As a matter of fact, I have to kind of work with it. If you can find a better cutting tool to get these apart, and be very careful that you don't break them. We're going to begin with this piece that has the big hole here in the back. Okay, and we're going to start by putting your nuts. You have 4 slots, and you're going to put 1 nut in each slot, and you want to try to have not the flat surface but a pointy surface of your nut facing up. So I'm going to set my nut up so I can grab it with my pliers and try to grab it on a point. And okay, once you have all 4 of your nuts onto this piece in each little slot, next you're going to start with your gears. And I'm just going to lay this down for a second, and I'm going to first pick up a black gear and a blue gear. Okay, and if you'll notice, one side of the blue gear is flat and the other side has like a little cutout inside, and this black gear is going to sit right down inside that blue one, just like that. Okay. And then I'm going to take a round shaft. This is the longer shaft, and it's part number P9, and I'm going to stick it through the blue and the black until I can see it and make sure that it's in that black one. It doesn't have to be all the way through, but I at least want it to be in there so that it catches good. Then I'm going to stick the black side down into that big hole. One of the nuts got out. Then I'm going to take another shaft, and if you'll notice, right beside the blue gear, there's another hole, and you're going to stick the shaft in that hole, and it's going to be higher than the first one, so it doesn't matter, it's fine, just push it in there a little bit. Now I'm going to take a gray gear. If you'll notice, there's a piece on the bottom and there's a flat side on top, and you want that facing down, you want the flat side up, and you're going to drop it on that new pin that you just put in. And then you're going to take another gray gear, and you're going to put this one on the same side that the blue and the black are on. Again, that piece is going to be down, and you're going to just lay it in there like that. And then you're going to take a brown gear, and this side is down again, and you're going to place it on the side with just the single gray gear. So now you've put all 5 gears on, and if you turn one gear, it's going to make all the gears turn. Okay. Next, you're ready to put your motor in, and we're working with the P1 motor first, which is the orange and black wire. You are going to thread the orange and black wire through this hole at the end. Now, your motor, you can see where the wire is attached to your motor. That side's going to be down. You want the flat silver side up, and you need your white end with the gear facing towards the gears. So it's going to go right in this little slot. Where you can see it, right in the slot is where the gear is going to go, and it's going to touch this brown gear. They'll interlock, and now you should not be able to turn your gear at all. Okay, and those are pulled through, and there's some little slots here that you can push your orange and your brown wire in so that they'll stay in place. Okay, and the only thing we have left to do is to put the top on, which is this piece without the hole. You're just going to lay that right on top. Remember, I have to go back and put my nuts in place. And if you'll turn it over where you can see the black gear, you'll put 3 screws, 1, 2, 3. And you're going to use the P13 tapping screw. I'm going to drop one in there. And these screws, as you tighten them, they kind of make threads in your material. So they're going to make their threads in the plastic. So just turn it a little bit till it gets a little tight. Then you're going to kind of back it out a little bit and turn it some more, and it gets a little tight, and you're going to back it out a little bit, and then you're going to turn it again so that it's making its own threads in there. And don't over tighten it too much. Okay, and then you're just going to place your other 2 screws in the same way, and your first motor is finished. You're going to do the other orange and black motor the same way, and then you'll be ready to assemble your motor with the blue and black wires. After you have assembled 3 of your gears with the motors, you've assembled 2 that have the orange and black wires, and 1 that has the blue and black wire. These are all 3 assembled exactly the same. Next, you're going to assemble the other blue and black wire. The only difference is, instead of using this black gear, you're going to use the white gear, and there's only 1 in the kit. And you're going to assemble it the same way. You're going to put the white down in the blue, and you're going to put that down into the hole. Put your round shaft in there. Make sure that it goes through the white and blue. And Then you're going to do, I've already inserted this second shaft, and I'm going to put a gray on that one, and then a gray on top of the blue, and then a brown on top of the gray that's by itself. Again, just like we did with the other motors. Then you're going to take this motor with the last motor with the blue and black, slide it through the slots, the gear end hooks to the other gears. I already have my 4 bolts. I just need the top, place it, snaps down, and we're going to put our 4 screws in, 3 screws in. And I'll tighten these. Remember, these screws are tapping screws, so you want to screw a little bit, then unscrew, and then screw in again. Okay, again, this one's assembled exactly like the other 3, except you're going to use the white gear here instead of the black gear.